Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? That's the key. I think it's there. Let's see who we got. We're going to say hi, then we're going to have some fun tonight. Some new stuff tonight. Some really cool new stuff. All right, so we got Cindy Bennett in the house. She joined us about 14 hours ago. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you. Just kidding about the 14. It's some time ago anyway. Let's see. Larry's in the house. Hello, Larry. And we got April. She snuck in right behind Larry. And then we got Joe saying hello to the three musketeers. And let's see. April, Joe, Larry, Cindy, April, Joe, Larry, Cindy. And then they're just, oh, yeah, Joe, how you feeling? Must be good, right? Yeah, I'm all better. That is awesome. Right there. We got to highlight that. She is all better. She is the best. And now she's better. Better than the best. Let's see. Trudy's in the house. Hello, Trudy. Let's see. Joe, Larry, Trudy, April, Trudy, Joe, April, Larry, Joe, Cindy. Wait a minute. I don't always have a success. Sometimes I have a royal fail. Oh, my goodness. No way, Joe. Delicious. Best batch of coleslaw I ever made. I love a fantastic coleslaw. I don't like any coleslaw with horseradish in it, though, and I've had it once and not very often, but oh, that's yucky. Philly cheesesteaks tonight. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. No way. I had a family member place an order for me this morning. Very nice, Larry. From PS1, a Duraclick pen, a carpenter pencil, and a hobby knife. Nice. Good projects for
PSI,
sure.
PSI, not PS1.
Oh, PSI. Yeah.
PS1 is the
Sony
thing.
Yeah. PlayStation. Did they even call it a PS1 or just PlayStation?
The first one was PlayStation, I think, and then it was PS2.
Hobby knife I'll use to trim up scroll saw patterns. Very nice. Let's see. Hobby knives are very versatile. We know we have 3 of them for sale. They are, Cindy, I have a Warren. Warren. Oh, we got 2 left. We sold one. I have a Warren hobby knife I like. Has an inside radius curve I like for leather cutting. Excellent. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just what you do to me.
I'm reading right now. It has a walnut handle. Very nice. There's April, Larry, April. Buffy's in the house. Hello, Buffy. Good to see you. Christina is in the house. Hello, Christina. Going to be listening in during the last few minutes of work. Stay safe at work. Let's see.
Know, she works
and
at
I
home
think,
or she has to
and
a
I
workplace.
think I would imagine she's at a work. I would guess she's at a workplace and just maybe she's on the phone at home. Who knows? Okay, let me flop over to the other camera here. We're going to do some very interesting things tonight. Worked our butts off this weekend, which is very exciting. I literally had a call end at about 4:30, came in here, finished Denise's flower pen. But a couple of things here. Here's a tote. I'm going to bring this up just a hair. And I'm going to put on top of that tote some very cool pen blanks I got. Not a toy. So this is a pen kit, and it's essentially a cigar pen kit. You got a mic? They can't hear you over there. But the cool thing about these, although they come with this thing here. This is a typical cigar. They call it cigar, Cuban, or Big Ben, whichever you want. They would normally have this particular top on it, which is really weird now because now I'm going to have extra tops. So it would have this top with like a little nut on top and this really nice clip there. But these come with a different type top, these particular kits. See if I can tell what this is. Let me open this up here. Let me get some skizzers here because that's just a little bit slippery with my Band-Aids on. Until I cut my fingers up this weekend. So this is the top now. It's a replacement top. So this will go down and I got to drill that out to go in there. But essentially, this will be the top of the Let me see if I can focus in here. It's got a star on it, which is really cool. And then it's got this as the clip. This is the submarine warfare insignia that you would wear on your chest. It's sort of like pilot wings, only for people who dive in the ocean in ships that are designed to sink. So that's what these are right here. So those will be fun to do. I do have to drill this out to have it fit that, and we'll do that probably tomorrow or the next day or something. I want to get these done and throw it out to my submarine buddies. And this is the insignia if you're enlisted. It's silver. So there's silver and there's gold. This is for officers, and this is for enlisted. So these are very cool. I got 4 of them. Going to pick out some really, really wild blanks that go with this, look very elegant, and that's really cool. But I have extra tops, which is really weird from the other pens because you don't use this top. It's literally, I'll save it for spare parts, but it's essentially a throwaway. And of course, we got some pen inserts in there as well. So I got 4 of those kits, 2 officer, 2 enlisted. And we're going to pick out some blanks. Carrie will probably need to help us there to put with these particular pen kits so they will look wildly cool. So we're going to have a long one. There's a Flower Girl blank. This is my blank box here. So what do you think, Carrie? Let's look in my box here and see what we can find for really cool. This might look really nice. One of them all nice and burly. Wood.
For wood or what?
We could do either one.
I can't see.
Well, come on in.
Well, you just got it away.
One for the gold and one for the silver. This might look way cool. Look at that. That's a dank blank. Yeah. Any of these? No? I'm just going to sort through them here. Here, let me drag this over here so I can see the chat. Yeah, that burl's pretty awesome, huh? Here's another piece of beautiful burl. That might look really elegant. I think that's going to be one of the pens. I need 4 blanks, and we can mix it up. We can do whatever we want, but that is the bomb, isn't it, Larry? Look at that thing. Woo! That'll make a killer diamond painting pen. Just all wood diamond pen. We're going to do that tonight. That won't be an ink pen. That'll be a diamond painting pen. Here's a spare thing I put together, just extra resin. That's pretty cool looking. Oh, this isn't even a part of the blanks. I need that for later. Need that for later. Actually, I don't need that one. I need these. I need those. That's for a company. I got to do some pens for them. This is a pretty cool one. I wouldn't be good for a pen, though. How to get April's undivided attention. Break out a full tote of blanks. And this is not much. Carrie's got a ton. This is a pretty cool blank here. Yeah, Carrie's is better. She had an idea. Here's another one, Larry. Look at this one. Woo, baby. That's be pretty right there. Well, we got this curly mango. Mm-hmm. No, this is a pink one. These are all just the blanks. See, this one got busted, so I'll have to convert this one day into another pen. I may just shorten it up, make it flat, and just call it. Maybe I'll make that a drill through and make an E-pen or something. Who knows? Hello, Crystal. How are you doing? Ooh, this would be awesome. Look at this one. And this is fully opaque, too. I like that one. There's a blue curly mango. Let me get the light off that a little bit. That'll be nice. There's 2 pens, same purple. One's gold, one's white. Let's see, lots of blanks there. Yes, on the burl. How to get April undivided attention. I think the burls are beautiful. I agree, Larry. They're just awesome. Crystal's doing well, we hope, tonight.
Probably don't want to do
What's that? In an ink pen? Would that go with gold or silver? But it's pink. These are mostly men. Well, there are women submariners now too. So this will be with the gold. That'll be with the gold. Oh, look at this one here. That's very cool. Look at this guy. Ooh, baby. That's going to be gorgeous. I'm glad you're doing good, Crystal. Glad you're doing good. Here's a blue. Here's a blue curly mango, babe. More burl. Look at this, Larry. Oh, man, check that out. Crystal Lloyd. Carrie says, hello. She says, Crystal who? I said, Crystal Lloyd. Man, these are heavy, Larry. These must be like maple or something. Man, these guys are like really heavy. Which one do you like? Which one, Joe? Oh, look at this spalted maple. No, what do you got there, babes? I'm just going through them. What's that? Won't work? Oh, she found one. Watch out now. Is that opaque at all? I think I need to paint the tube black, don't I? On this one. Care Bear. Paint the blank black on this one. I mean, paint the inside blank. Yeah. Okay, so are these our four? Check it out, babes. You got to give yours approval here. Make sure we're all hidden. I love that stuff here. Look at that. That's wild.
What are you doing?
Those four right there. Why not? Because it looks cool. I want to get some really classic looking ones like. Okay. That's good. That's going to be gold, yeah. Because the only women that have submariner dolphins are the pink ones.
That has to be gold.
Okay, so we got silver, silver, gold, gold. It doesn't matter right now which way we put them together.
Do that.
Carrie has approved it. Here's a blank I started turning and it took a chunk out. I'll have to finish this one. I actually was doing it for somebody and I made the finger grips too small, so I got to redo it. See how small this one is? Sort of a Joe blank there. Look at this. Oh, yeah, that's going to be gorgeous. This is going to be a bottle topper. So many blanks, so little time. My goodness, my goodness. And this is only a touch. Carrie has 5 times as many over by her desk. This is just my private stash. This is one that broke. I'm going to have to redo that. Turn it into an E-pen or something. That's a perfect idea. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. So we're going to go through the process of making an ink pen. Look at that, Larry. Is that gorgeous, Larry, or what? Man, alive. All right, let me put these back here. Yeah, these are the casualties of the shop. They come apart and get broken, and I get a replacement, and we do it up. And I don't finish it because I don't have time. Maybe we'll find some time here because there's a couple of really good things in here I could finish up, like this one here. It broke on the end, so I just cut it off. Might make that an E-pen, drill that through, and that's some curly mango there too. That'll be beautiful. All finished up. So what I'm hearing, April, could happily get lost in blanks. Yeah, and there's, April, you have no idea. We have at least got to have 1,000 blanks here, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. I'll bet you we do. 1,000 blanks at least. Because, you know, we got the FOMO as well when we see blanks made by Cocoon, and it's like, woohoo. All right. These are going to be the 4 we're going to work on tonight. And the whole idea is I'm going to show you how we prep, how do you make a pen kind of thing. That'll be fun. Okay, so the first thing is I got to get all the, I know I need 2 tubes, and I'll show you how I know this. Where is my caliper? Sort of wandering around the shop here. So I need the caliper. I got that. And then I need a marker. Got a marker. And then I need not much else. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and let me see this one here. Actually, this is out of the, yeah, that's out of the Majestic. So I'm going to grab one of these kits here. They're all the same, so we only need the tubes out of one of them. And this is the tremendously, wonderfully tedious process of making pens. And the funny thing is all the work goes into making the pen before you actually put the pen together. All right, let's put that away. There's a lot of work beforehand, and then there is the end. If you'll notice these 2 blanks, one is longer than the other. One will be 1 and 15/16. Oops, let me zero that out. There's 1 in 29/32. And if we go right below, where did it go? Yeah, 1 in 15/16 is what that should be. So we're going to make that a little bit longer. This is why I don't trust the brass tubes. If you look at the instructions for these kits, it says this particular tube should be 1 and 15/16 long. And look, it is not. It's actually 1 and 11, 1/28 in there. So 111. Yeah. So it's, that's why I never trust them. Okay. So we're going to need 4 of these and then 4 of these, because this is the longer one. This should be 2 and a 16th. And this is 2 and 9 1/28. Where's the 16th at? So that's just a hair long, and that's okay. Longer is better. So anyway, let's do that. So let's come in here. And now, because these are long enough, you can look at a blank and you can say, where in here do I want to cut these out of, right? Sometimes it matters. Sometimes it doesn't matter. This particular one here, I would say it doesn't really matter, but I'm looking for some gorgeous, and you got swirls on either end. So what I'll do is I'll come in here, and I always leave a little bit over the edge because we're going to have to trim these up, and this is too short. So there's one line right there, and then this one here, and I'm going to put 1 and 1 or 15/16. And then over here, I'm going to measure that right up in there, and I want to get that swirly on the end there. See that swirly on the end? I want to include that in the blank because that'll look cool from side to side. Christina says, I have to stay out of blank groups because I go overboard. I'm telling you, Christine, it's a real deal because, oh my goodness, they're so gorgeous. They just do a great job. And let me tell you, with Grateful Pop, boy, that guy's got some eye for color. Oh my goodness. And we'll call this one 2 and 1/16. Yeah, that Grateful Pop, that Jeremy Pfister guy, man, I'm telling you, he is incredible. Now this one here, I like to take it inland a little bit because I want to pick up all of this curliness in the blank. So I'm going to put this one here and say we're going to get it from there to there. It's a little long, and that's okay. And then this one, I'm going to grab right down here on this end. So we'll put it right here. And I always give myself a fat margin so I can trim it up like I need to. We'll show you how that goes as well. All right, so there's 2 of them. And then, oh, this one's so beautiful. My goodness. I almost had one of his and regret not getting it. You know, Christina, there's always next week. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go for the FOMO. We buy them so we can create them and then sell them without being on spec. Most of what we're doing is custom, and people have ordered those particular pens. But you don't have to do it that way. You could say, I want to get what I want, and store them away and ship them later, that kind of thing. But Jeremy's not done making blanks. So the ones he makes today, and even if you didn't get it today, take a photo of it on screen, shoot him a message and go, hey, Jeremy, do you have any more of this one? Or let me know when you're going to do a remake. So don't sweat it. You will get what you need. Blank maker's job is to sell blanks. So that's what they're there for. Okay, now this one should be cool. See these 2 swirlies in there? I want to get a lot of action right in here and right in there. So that's going to be pretty cool right there. Let's see. Because this down here, this will just give a circle around the blank where this will change a lot. So I'll come up just below those just above those squigglies. Do that. And do that. Now here's the other thing I do. Okay, so that's that one there. Let me get this one over here. I'll show you the other thing I do. Okay, so there's those 2. So all of them, all the blanks are sized up. Now what I do is I draw a line through here and I do arrows. And the arrows don't mean a direction, but it tells me when I put it together or orient it on the thing, because one end is a cap and one's a middle and one's a middle and one's a tip. So I want to have these lined up when I'm all done so that I know what direction the blank was going. And that will make it look really continuous. Same thing here. Just draw a line there. Just do some squiggles. Just get it to match up. That's all. No big deal. Okay, then we're going to do this one here. This one may not matter, but just in case it does, there's any kind of continuity, we're good. Okay, so this one here, we're going to draw. Can't really see this one too well, but we'll see it just enough. Now, once we round it, we're going to lose a lot of that, but we'll keep track of where we were. And I'll rewrite on them when I'm done turning. Now, the next thing I'm going to do in preparation after drilling is now I'm going to get all the tubes out. See, he's got ink cartridges in the bags, and he's got 4 more at the bottom. I think this guy overshipped me, but he's a very nice fella. And by the way, you can get these things for airline pilots, Navy chiefs, Air Force people, all kind of really cool things with insignias. And I'll show you those later. But it's, the sky's the limit. You're looking for a gift for a cop, they got those. A gift for an Army person, they got those. A doctor, a medical person in the Navy. I mean, all that kind of stuff. Like Elisa Menk, right? Elisa Menk is going to have some little thing that she wears above her ribbons that indicate what she's qualified in, if she is. She may not be, but if she is. All right, there's all those guys. So the next thing we're going to do, and this is again in preparation for epoxying everything together. I wonder if I have enough epoxy. Uh-oh. We may have to use some thick super glue. Yeah, I may have to order some more epoxy. Okay, let's, what are we doing here? I'm looking for, the wax. When we're playing with the epoxy, Alyssa is a physical therapist. Yes, that's correct. But she may have some surface warfare designation. Maybe, maybe not. Not all officers do, but sometimes officers, as part of their training, will go on board a ship and they'll qualify for something. But maybe not. She may not have. Not sure how all that works. Okay, this is very thin wax. It's just a sheet of wax. And if you were to take out a new sheet, it's just literally, it looks like a piece of bubble gum from the old what do you call those things? Baseball cards. Yeah. Okay, so what I do, as you can see, there's already a bunch of holes on here, is I take this and I push it down into the wax. The reason I do that is when we fill these and put them inside the thing with the ink, this keeps the epoxy from going inside the tube. So this is a huge, huge labor saver. So the wax is literally worth its weight in gold. Thank goodness it doesn't weigh much. So Larry, if you're making pens, this is a really good tip. And if you get one that wasn't all the way, just hit it again. You got double wax in there. No big deal. It's like making like a little cookie cutter kind of thing. Yeah, I just thought we'd have some fun on this Monday night. Worked our butt off the weekend, got a lot of orders done, and we're really getting caught up, which is nice. I think that until Carrie unleashes, all these new blanks arrived, and now we got more to do. So just when I think I'm going to get some fountain pen time. So now I'll just pull all this off because I can't use that anymore. And I'll just throw all this stuff away, and we will put this back in here. Would wax save you any money over Play-Doh, over the Play-Doh, Larry? Be the same process, I think. I don't know what Play-Doh costs, though. It's a good question, Denise. It's a little more firm on the ends than Play-Doh. Play-Doh could be soft, but hey, I've never done Play-Doh, so I don't know. Now, these are prepared. These are measured out. I got to go over and cut these now, and then we'll bring these back. So here I go. Well, I don't know what that wood is, but it really smells good when you cut it. Ooh, that one smells good too. Let's go see what the wax costs, Larry, because I'm not sure which is cheaper or better or whatever. But same deal. I like that Play-Doh idea, especially if you're out of wax. Of course, that thing of wax, I've only used 2 sheets and made quite a few pens out of it. Let's see. Let me go to my orders. I'll tell you what that costs. Wax. Search orders. Okay, so it's called Dental Base Plate Wax, and 20 sheets cost $8.99, and that will probably last me until I'm dead. Yeah, it's probably on Amazon, Larry. Now, we don't have to do this now, but I'm just trying to see. One's always taller than the other. So we did all this pretty much right. Now, these, let's go see what they measure up at. Should be 10 millimeters, 9.76. So you do a 10 millimeter hole with a little bit of epoxy or super glue. That goes right inside. Yeah, that might be 6s, Larry. I watched RJB use Play-Doh. Where do you get the wax? Amazon. Who's RJB? I know that initial. I just can't remember who that is. All right, let me switch over to the lathe. All right, there we go there. Put this to this side and out of the way. Move this out of the way. Take off our dead center. We'll take out our live center here. Just crank it out till it comes out. I never heard of Play-Doh, but that's a great idea. I'm telling you. More than one way to skin a cat, I'll tell you. I love another tip. Okay, those are out. Let me get Mr. Chuckles out of the drawer here. We'll get our chuck out here. And then we need our 10 millimeters. Where did I put the 10 millimeter? Oh, here it is. All right. And now we're just going to drill a bunch of holes. I'll put these over here. We'll do the round ones first. Robert Bradford. I don't think I know him. I mean, with the Play-Doh, it would be a little bit extra labor because you have to smash it out flat, or you'd use too much of it too quick. And the wax is already laid out for you. That's good and right in the middle. So who knows? But thank you, Denise. I love a good tip. And I know who's the guy with Divine Pens Plus. What's his name? He lives up in Ohio too. And Jacob Jansen's up in Ohio. I've not heard of Robert Bradford. Yeah. You turn the blower on. But yeah, in a pinch, that would work like a champ. Play-Doh. Anything to keep the epoxy going in there saves time and effort. So oh, RJ, yeah. Oh, Braxton. Yeah, Braxton's the other guy. He's the Divine Pens Plus guy. He was in Florida, then he moved back to Ohio. Hey, Larry, how long do I have to let this CA glue fully cure? Mercury adhesives medium. I know it's sort of an instant cure, but is it really instant or does it benefit by sitting for a day? Even the 5-minute epoxy, they say is good in 5 minutes, and you definitely can't use it anymore after 5 minutes. But I find leaving it sit for a day, it really gets solidified. Hey, Brian. How we doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. That should be all the way through now. Yep. She is whistling Dixie right there. 10 minutes? That's good. That's good. Ooh, that's on there nice and straight. Look at me. Actually got it in there straight first shot. Maybe not. I guess I touched it and went sideways. 10 minutes. Thank you, Larry. And I would agree with that. It's never instant. Never as instant as they say it is. I mean, your fingers stick together immediately, right? I could use something on each end. Out the way till that scrolls up. Yeah, Brian, we're changing it up a little bit tonight, just having some fun. Got a lot done over the weekend. I think I'm ahead until Carrie sends out all the orders for all the blanks that came in, and then I'm behind again. And I'm not really ahead. I'm probably 5 weeks out now, which is really exciting for me. Because I'd like orders to come in just enough where I can get them done in 3 or 4 weeks and get them out the door. That way people don't have to wait very long. But with enablers shutting down, that's going to impact everybody, all the other turners. Accelerator. Oh, yeah, I got some accelerator. I couldn't read. I see it once it rolled up now. You know how it goes, Brian. Just when you think you're ahead. And I'm going to work my butt off this week, during the week, turning some pens, doing some lives, making some trays. Because I would like to get into the next weekend and only be 3 weekends behind, or maybe 2.5 weeks. That would be very exciting for me. Because that means I can spend some time making Joe's fountain pen. Still doing show prep, yeah. Got to have enough, man. People want them when you're there, right? Don't worry about my 3-inch dead center. Get to that when you're dreaming about it or something some night and you can't sleep. You're like, man, I'm going to go out and turn that thing. I guess you could turn a Morse taper 2 on your machine, right? All right, we're all the way through on that one. See how that shavings get impacted in there? And yeah, Cindy, your tray's coming up pretty quick. I'm getting ahead. I'm like, oh, there's Cindy's tray. I already got the hard part done, I think. Now I just got to get the time to sit it there, pour it. It's going to be a couple of part pour because I got to pour the letters in first in the clear with a little bit of microlight sparkle or micro starlight, I think it's called, and then do the second part. Oh, the color. Miss Maleficent. Where is my paintbrush? Here it is. Yeah, I like those guys, but I just think they got overwhelmed, and I have no idea what's going on there. I see the post, but I'm sad they can't find their way through it. But you know what? After 6 years, those guys were the troopers in the beginning, I think. A lot of respect there, what they've done for the last 6 years. Yet many people like enablers, including us. We've worked with them with that Emma Casey 4 Dragon thing. We did, what was that, 2024 or 25? 24, I think. Into 25. Did those 4 different dragons. That was fun. And I like them too as people. But I know how it goes. I know how it goes. Yep, Edward's a good soul. I wish I could have helped them in some way, but they never reached out, so I don't know how I could have or couldn't have. I could just be full of soup, too. Everybody should go there. They're selling their blanks off, and there's probably some pretty good deals in there. A lot of pretty blanks I saw on that drop. I think there was some really good fountain pen ones. You know, Larry, I don't think it's that melty of a wax, but you're right. If it's, 100 degrees outside, it'll definitely be soft. Yeah, and what's funny is they never made blanks. All their blanks came from other blank makers. Or they may have in the past. I just Never saw them make their own. But Jacob dropped there, Troy dropped there, Cocoon drops there, or at least announces the drops in there. Grateful Pop, Castaway, everybody's out there making blanks. And you know how it goes. You can't get enough blanks. One day when I get ahead, I'm just going to sit and turn 25 pens a day, just cranking out pens from all the blanks we got. I could probably just about last a whole year with the blanks we got and never have to buy a blank. We got a bunch. And by the way, everything you see me do tonight in preparation of these blanks, I've seen other people do it. It's nothing original. I'm not the first one to do it. I just put my own spin on it and try different things from different people and see how I can make it better, at least for me. You know how that goes. Your mileage may vary kind of deal. All right, one more to go. Yep. Fumble fingers already. I don't know what we're going to do, Larry. See, deep down, I'm a process guy. Everything I do has to be in a process. That's not OCD. It's just efficiency in a business, because efficiency, a lack of efficiency, is throwing away money. Hello, Rebecca. Yeah, if you leave your phone sitting in the sun, it gets really hot because it's dark and it absorbs the sun direct rays really well. If it were 80 degrees outside and you had your phone just sitting in your pocket or in the shade, you'd be fine. But sitting in the sun, oh baby, I get hot. You could also leave it in the house because if you got some headphones with Bluetooth or something, you can have 30, 40 feet range on those or more. All right. That is the end of our drilling. Blower is off. I just dropped that one right down there. Shove it off to the side. Come on out of there now. Oh, you. There we go. Got it. I'll take these back over to the other bench. I'm turning, baby. Yeah, when the blank gets hot inside the wood, it will squeal. Okay, let's come here to here. All right. Now, one of the things you got to do before you put these in there is we got to check them. Because one thing about wood is wood will swell when it gets hot. And luckily, these are not swollen, so that is good. That one is a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the freezer for a minute. And that will chill those right down. There we go. Oh, what's that, babe? Oh, heck yeah. I love that. Yeah. All right, these I need for another project. I want to get those out of here. I have used epoxy outside and had to bring blanks I glued up inside to get them set up. Wow, does the heat stop that? Yeah, 80's hot outside, especially in the humidity, right? Your pink wood alarm went off. Rebecca, did you see that pen yesterday that we did for Denise? That pink and copper pen? It's packed now, but I would recommend going to yesterday's video. Was that yesterday I showed it, babe?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find it.
A photo?
If you got a photo, that will help a lot.
I can show my phone.
Okay, Carrie can show her phone. Oh, man, wants me to sign in. I'm just signing into Google, Carrie. Everything's good. Don't worry. Send me the picture, that's all. What's that, babe? Oh, okay. All right, let's see, let me share. Carrie's going to get a picture. That'll give us a great shot. Not the one for minis. No. Okay, I should be sharing that screen. Let me come over here and get it rolling. Check this out.
So this was the small but
Okay,
mighty.
relax. Hang on. Look at that, Rebecca. It is pink. No, not the one for Mickey. This is an ink pen. We're doing this right now.
I'm talking. I'm explaining.
This is pink and white with copper flakes in it.
Better than
And Carrie matched it.
I don't know. How do you show copper better?
Copper and black.
That hand away.
That
from
thing
it.
is freaking.
Well, that helps
hot.
it focus on the pen.
Okay.
It's
Man
pink,
alive, this
white.
thing is
So
sexy.
that is a copper ends and clip pen.
Where's
And that
coral?
is our design
Oh, that's
blank
coral, yeah.
for
I always
small
think
but
coral's
mighty.
green.
It has pink and a coral and copper and white. Yeah, see? Right information.
There you go. Yeah, that was a nice pen. Okay, now we're going to do a couple things. We're going to put the wax away. And yeah, Larry, $9 for 20 sheets. And let me tell you, it'll be a long time before you use of all the pens I've made, I've only used not 2 sheets completely. The wax to plug up the holes on the brass thing. I got a little cold air in here, man. It's hot in here. No, you're not working. I'm hot. Just going to drain a little heat out. That's all. Cold air rush in and it'll all mix just nice. It's like 75 in here. It is. It says on a temperature, 75. It's wrong, Kiss Carrie. It's wrong.
You had it cold in there, now you're cold in here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We like chili. Chili. No heat, right, Larry? No heat. Okay. Let me get a sheet of parchment. Hello, Buffy. She's back. Had to help the kiddos. Nice. Hello, Caroline. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. All right, let me get a little ruler here. All right, now that I got my ruler, does this have, are they cold? They are cooled down, that is for sure. Yeah, so if your wood heats up, you just put it in the fridge or the freezer. All right, let's see who's long and who's short here. Okay, so there's our two long ones. They go over here. There's our two short ones. They go over there. Now we'll get our brass tubes out. And let's get the short and the long. Boom. So we got that was the short one, and two short ones there. You don't want to mix them up because you can't add anything to them. You know what I'm saying? Caroline, how's things going? What country are you in? Are you back in the U.S. now? Here to stay down in Texas for a little bit? I know. She might have escaped again. She could be on the beach in Italy or something. I don't know. All right, let's get some. We're going to get some medium here. Let's get us a little nozzle here. She is home. Excellent. We're glad you're home and safe. Put a little applicator tip on here so we can put the glue right where we need it. All right, let me put the gloves on or I'll have this stuff all over my fingers and my fingers will stick to my face. And then we got to stop the live because I can't use the mouse. What are you hun about? Oh, it's still too hot in here for me. Okay, so what I do with these guys here, I get my tube ready, and here's my dealio here, and I just sort of, oh, that's the thin one. I want the thick one. I want the thick one, man. How'd I get that thin one in there? The blue cap should have, yeah, I'm with you, Joe. Okay. All right, let's get the thicker stuff here. So I put a little bit down in there, then I sort of coat the brass tube. And then we just sort of wiggle it on in there. Turn it a lot. Turn it a lot. Pull it out. Keep it going down in there. Hit it from the other side. There we go. We got our, we'll just inset it a little bit. Our wax is keeping the super glue from going to the inside. Then we'll grab another one. This does get a little messier than epoxy, I'll tell you. And you don't really have as much time with this as you do epoxy. So you got to coat everything real good, slap it together, and call it done. Give me a little wiper there. And that's why I coat the inside of this thing a bit, because sometimes you run out of time. I'm going to take this nozzle off, see if I can get it on there faster. Here we go. Sticking to the bottle. Here we go. And yes, Larry, I overuse this stuff big time. Okay. Try to get as much of this off my gloves or I end up sticking to everything. Whew, stinky. Man alive. Super glue does off gas as it heats up. So let me put the wind up my back here. Blow it away from me. All right, let's get these guys over here. Hello, Sarah. How are you today? Phew. That stuff is gassy. I'm going to go over to Woodcraft or Rockler tomorrow and get some more super glue. I mean, more epoxy. I keep them separated a little bit because they will stick together. Man alive, that stuff is gassy. You know how that smells like when it heats up, Larry? Phew. I think it's the paper towel that's warming up. Okay, that is enough of that action there. All right, let me get a paper towel. All right. All right, we'll let those cook. Let me get a little accelerator over here. Super glue can be your friend. It can be your enemy too. There we go. Using this stuff right here. Stick fast activator. What are you moaning about? What's that, babe? Oh, your head? I hope your head feels better. Because of what? Oh, the wind? Yeah. Windy here in Oklahoma. Carrie goes outside and all the wind blows up the pollen in her face and nose. And ponytail is too tight. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just re-rigging the lathe right now. I got to open the garage door and let some of this super glue activator get out. Whew, stinks. Even the epoxy doesn't feel that bad, or doesn't smell that bad. Sarah Ann's doing okay. Spent all day baking to get my cake pieces ready for my birthday on Wednesday. Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday week, I guess. What's that, babe? I'm just airing the place out because of all that super glue smell. Kevin has some zero sugar Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Not a Mountain Dew fan personally, although that tropical citrus, I mean, isn't Mountain Dew citrusy anyway? Floating DNA pollen season is fast approaching. Yeah. It's just always so stinking windy here in Oklahoma. I've never been to Italy, Joe, but I wish I were in Italy too because it sounds nice. You'd think they have some great pizza there, you know? I would think, but you never know. Sarah is 27 again. You know, it's funny. I'll show you this stuff, Larry, on here's that stuff on Amazon. And it says here, it cannot be used for making dentures. It will melt when put in the mouth. Wonder what they use it for. Dental base plate wax. Are they making the dentures out of it or making your gums out of it or what? Only for professional dental model materials, not for denture DIY. Oh, it's like molding stuff. That's funny. That is funny right there. Okay, let me get to the back to the other camera there. Got a little bit of a surprise tonight. Let me show you this. Let's see, where's it at? 16. There it is. Oh, it's not there. I didn't put it there yet. Where is it? Let me blow all this pink stuff off here. All right, let me see. Where'd it go? Here it is. We are going to make something tonight that may be the first of its kind because I have never heard of this before anywhere. But what we have on the lathe right now, I'm 29 again. There you go. Sarah's only a couple of years younger than me. Yeah, she's 27. You're 29. Yeah, she's old. She's right there with you. I was 27 years ago. You go, baby. I was 27. Oh my gosh. 38 years ago. I don't know. I don't add very well. Okay. This is called ebonite. 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 It's used a lot around the world, but what it is vulcanized rubber with sulfur. Makes it very, very hard and turnable. And it comes in 1 meter sticks. I ordered it from Japan. The only place I think you can get it. I couldn't find anywhere else. Some guys in India have, but they wouldn't email me back. I don't know what the deal was. But I have to turn this slower than normal. So I turn my lathe down a little bit. But this is ebonite, E-B-O-N-I-T-E, and I'm making probably the very first diamond painting pen out of ebonite. It is a material that they use a lot in fountain pens. And Joe, if you like this design, we may make a fountain pen out of this for you. They say the reason pen makers like to use it is it feels warmer in your hand. Isn't that weird? It feels warmer in your hand. And it finishes differently too. 1 meter is about 3 feet. It's like 39 inches or something. And it costs 6,700 yen, which I think is around $27 maybe, something like that. And it was 4 sticks, and it cost, I think, 20,000 yen to ship it. And when you convert that to dollars, it cost me $266 to get 4 1 meter sticks. And it has this really crazy design in it. I think what we'll do tonight is we'll make I think that a cool design on this would be vases. Ebonite, E-B-O-N-I-T-E. Very cool stuff. That's 62. Hey, Carrie, what finger grip you got? Oh, she's gone. I think she's like 61 or something. That's about 61 and a half, and we'll sand it down. Yeah, they say it feels warm to the touch. I mean, it's not physically warm, but it feels good in your hand, they say. So this could be a first. I've never seen anybody do this. And finishing it is a bit different than doing resin as well. You don't use water on it because water increases the oxidation. But right now it smells like burning tires when I'm turning it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, this could be very cool. Okay. And I'm using vases because vases digs into it and I want to get that pattern out. Let's see. Where's my marker? Hey, baby. Yeah. I'm making you the very first ebonite diamond painting pen. I think so. I've never seen anyone else do it. If you want to go Google ebonite, you'll see some of its finished stuff, which will really finishes up beautifully. There you go, Larry. The Indians are big into it too. They make some real, looking for, I think, JKP pens. They've got some beautiful Fordite pens. I mean, ebonite pens. Remember, you heard it first here on Roller Derby. And it holds a thread really nice. I think it took 6 or 8 weeks to get here. I'll have to go look and see when I ordered it. It came here when I was in California 2 weeks ago. But yeah, $267 to get 4 1-meter sticks in. It's about almost $70 per stick. Not really bad when you divide it up into individual blanks. It's not terribly expensive per blank. I don't think it's heavier. We'll measure it when we're done. Feels very smooth. What's up, Kev? This is ebonite. Kevin goes, ooh, what is that smell? It just smells like an old tire burning in the distance. It's not overpowering because it's not smoky, but you can definitely smell it. So what, Kev?
March 25th,
Cool. That is good. Yeah, this could be a cool thing or a total bust. Who knows? Ick to the something that Larry said. Yeah, that's a pretty cool lathe to make those threads, isn't it? Yeah, this could be the coolest thing ever or a total bust. Not sure yet. But I got blue and red, a solid black one to make nib sections out of for fountain pens. Ick to the smell, not ick to, yeah, absolutely. All right, there it is. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. So just as this is sitting with bushings in it, let's see how much it weighs. $50 grams with bushings, and bushings weigh 12 grams. So this pen right now, as it sits, weighs 38 grams, which is 1 or 2 grams more than a fountain pen. I mean, than a diamond painting pen that's resin. All right, let me turn the blower off. I think I gotta keep the blower on because one of the things you don't do with this is you don't use water to sand it. So we're just gonna sand it and I'll have it suck up all the dust. That really gets hot fast. Dang. It sure sands nicely, but I'm telling you, it is hot because there's no water to cool it down. Oh, there goes my sandpaper. I guess when you keep the blower on, I'm going to be losing more sandpaper. My hands will probably smell like rubber all night. But this is rubber, vulcanized rubber with sulfur. And I guess the sulfur must make it stiffer or something. That'll be nice, Larry. Tamarind, box elder, good stuff. See Darren Johnson out there in Utah. He's got always a bunch of box elder for sale. Man, I so want to put water on this. Looks like the consumable costs are going to go up. Yeah. There's no water to keep these sandpaper things sticking to my fingers. It drills nicely, finishes nicely. It'll be easier to finish a fountain pen because it won't have all these curves. It definitely wears out the sandpaper faster. All right, that's one. Let's see what it looks like now. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to put a block on that sucker. Do a 120 here. Wonder if I can buy some sanding blocks all the way to 1,000 or 1,200. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. It gets really hot real fast. Much better. I can see it takes quite the effort to get a lot of these scratches out. I'm going to put just a little bit of moisture on here to clean it off so I can see the... that's good. I'll use a little water to clean that off. Can you guys even see the design on there at all? Interesting. So let's take it over to the scope after that first turning and sanding. Actually feels pretty interesting, very smooth, and it does feel warm. And I'll show you the design on there. Yeah, I figured it was really dark. Let's see, let me go to the scope here. So this is the design I'm looking at. Very subtle design. I think there's like a little bit of green in there too of some type. It will get better and better looking as we go. There we go. All right, now that we had that sanding block on there, it'll be a little easier to get the rest because the smaller papers were not really taking it out. Blower back on. Yeah, a little bit, Caroline, just the colors are different. It may not be worth it for a diamond painting pen. It might be just relegated to the fountain pen world, and that's okay. That paper gets so hot so fast. I want to put water on that so bad. Let's see what happens. Well, it's a lot cooler. That is true, Larry. But man, it gets so hot I can hardly hold on to it. I guess if you were doing a fountain pen, you wouldn't have these little curvies in there, and it would be nicer. But I'm going to stick with the water on this because, man, live, it gets too hot. I can also see the image of all the scratches in the light reflection, which I really like. Tells me when I've got it correct. Chat GPT says no wet sanding. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know how you do that. I'll talk to Chat GPT tonight and go, so how do you do dry sanding trying to hold little pieces of paper? You know, it says it makes the ebonite oxidize. I don't know exactly what that means, and maybe I'll find out now, right? But I can see what's going on with the water because I can watch the reflection. And it also keeps the dust from filling up the little piece of paper I'm using. No, it won't soften from the heat. Feels great. My goodness. Really, really does. There's two. I like the wet sanding a lot better. I mean, I guess it will soften at some point. I just don't know how hot it has to be for it to do that. It won't soften from the sanding heat. I think this is a very cool, oh, there goes my sandpaper. Very cool experiment. I'm going to turn the blower off now that I'm using water because that keeps the dust down. Yeah, it says it'll oxidize it, but I'm not sure exactly what that even means. Might be the sulfur or something. I don't know. But if I do the wet sanding and then dry it off, I think I'll be all right. Then I'm going to really, really shine it, and then I'm going to wax it. Use some carnauba wax. Feels really great. Joe, you might like one of these. These are pretty cool. Yeah, I forgot the colors. Blue, red, black, and I got something else over there. I forget. Okay, that's that one. Here we go to the orange one. And really the places that matter is where your fingers go and the inside of the cups and stuff, you know. And you won't find these dropped anywhere because they're ugly. I'll show you what a piece looks like before I peel off the outside. And you'd be like, I ain't buying that rubber stick. Man, it feels, gosh, I've never felt something so smooth. Even resin is not that smooth. Wow. Whew. Man, now I know fountain pen people like it because that feels so nice. I was watching these Indian makers last night on YouTube. I think they're called JKP pen makers. And they made the pens that the shops sell. And I guess you get them on their website too. But man, if this is what I'm going to make a fountain pen out of, it will feel delicious. My goodness. I mean, this thing feels great. And Carrie will have the first ebonite diamond painting pen. I won't say in the world because somebody's had to have tried this before now. I mean, come on, right? But I don't know of anybody. Okay, let me get it dried off. All right, that was the clean off. Here comes the dry off. Man, I can't tell you how nice that feels. Whew. And I'm not trying to tempt anybody. I'm just really blown away. I didn't expect it from the rough appearance that it started with. Wow. Wow, wow. Let me wax this up now. Let's see, where's my carnauba wax? Right up here. We'll use this stuff here, Meguiar's Cleaner Wax. All right, we'll let that dry. All right, this is just getting too cool. While that's drying, let me show you what a stick of ebonite looks like. I'll pull the red one out because that's the one I cut it from. But this is what ebonite looks like when you get it. You would never buy a blank. And I cut this right off the end of here. You can see the inside of this, how this is going to look. Look at that. But on the outside, it is a stick of ugly. Look at that. And this is the red, 1 meter long, 3 feet long. Let's see what I see. I got blue, red. Oh, this one here is, I think it's a cream. Beige. So this one is beige. And try to get this a little wet there. But it's just like this one. It's got a pattern. I mean, you can't see anything on the outside of this thing. Look at that. I mean, it's just like, you would never buy this in a blank drop. It's ugly, literally ugly till you see the end of it. And you just know that it's beige. It's a little bit flexible, a little bendy. When you cut it up short, no big deal. And here's the blue. And I don't see any blue in this whatsoever. It's a super dark blue. Can't even really see much there either. McGuire's. Yep, worked for a company here in Dallas. That was something for McGuire's. Distributor, maybe. Yes, this is going to be beautiful, but as a stick of stuff, it's pretty ugly. You'd have to know what you're buying. If you saw that in a blank drop, you'd say, no, thanks, that's ugly. So that is ebonite. All right, now let's see if I can't tear my fingers off here. I'll get myself a microfiber tile and all right, there it is. It's actually subtly beautiful. Wow. Probably can't even see it on screen. Yeah, McGuire's is always high quality stuff, Joe. Man, we got to check this out in the microscope. This is absolutely subtly gorgeous. This will shine some light on it here. Look at that. Is that, it looks like red wood. Somebody said that. But there's some, it almost looks like a really faint green in there. I think this was the right design to get in there so we could see some of that design. Look at that. That would make a killer fountain pen. Am I focused right on that? I want to make sure I'm focused right on the money there. Yeah, I'm focused on the shine. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a little tiny bit of some kind of green in there. There it is. You guys have seen the very first that I'm aware of, ebonite fountain or diamond painting pen. And it really does feel nice in the hand. Smooth. Man alive. That is cool. It's not flawless, so it does have, no, it is flawless. That was my Band-Aid adhesive sticking to it. Right there. I saw a piece of Band-Aid adhesive, but I just wiped most of it off. Now let's go. There it is. I keep smearing it. Man, that is cool stuff. Yeah, you want beige, blue, or red, Joe? Because I am game now. I'm going to work my butt off this week during the week to turn a bunch of pens, get a bunch of orders out of the way so I can reserve some time on the weekend. Yeah. That is cool. Let me put it on the other camera for the desk here. See if that gives you the overall picture kind of deal. Let me get some light on this thing. There we go. Yeah, there's almost some brown, green. You want blue? Very nice, Joe. Very nice. That is hot looking. Usually I'm a wild color kind of guy, but this one is just really subtly gorgeous. Like it sneaks up on you and bites you. It's so gorgeous. And man, that's the way to finish it. The wet sanding, polishing up with Meguiar's. What do you guys think? That's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm going to give it to Carrie, see how she likes it. Okay, let me take the bushings out. And then let's weigh it. 38, 39 grams. So if I took a diamond painting pen, let's just grab one of Carrie's over here that's got some bling on it, and it's got a couple of little doodaddies in it here. It does, oops. It is 36 grams. So almost the same. Almost the same. So it's a tiny bit heavier. Not sure that you would notice it. All right, we will be back tomorrow night to finish these up. I won't do anything with them so you can see all the rest of the process. And what we're going to be doing is taking out the glue or the plugs and cleaning out the end. And then we're going to trim them down to the perfect size. And then we will turn them. And then we will assemble pens. I think we can get all these on. This will be about 12 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 12 is 96. That's an hour and a half to do that right there. So probably 10 minutes to clean them up, 10 minutes to trim them, an hour and a half to turn them, and then we can assemble them. A turn and finish kind of deal. And we may turn this one into a diamond painting pen tomorrow because it just looks wild. Look at that. My goodness, it's beautiful. Any questions, anybody? I am loving this. Dang, this really surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me. I saw him do it on all the YouTube channels, but it's just cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish it. I'm going to do Kevin's job. I'm going to chamfer the ends. I'm going to go over to the buffer, see if the buffer makes it any nicer. Wow, it's making it even shinier. Wow, I can't believe it actually made that shinier. And we only took this to 2,000 grit sandpaper. On a fountain pen, I will take it to 22,000 grit. And that sucker will be smooth and it'll be glass-like. The thing that won't be that shiny, though, is the section where you hold the fingers. Because you don't want it slipping out of your hand. I cannot, man, this is polishing up like a bowling ball. Hey, Larry, check and see if they make bowling balls out of ebonite. I wonder. Oh, let me blow this off because it's got a bunch of fuzz from the cotton wheel. If you can believe it, it actually made it shinier. Look at that thing. Gee, man, this will make a killer ink pen too. Of course, I'm getting my Band-Aid adhesive all over. I have to do it up again. I just keep smearing Band-Aid adhesive all over. Look at that thing shine. Oh, that is beautiful. Man alive, that is some shine. I am blown away. I can't even get resin to shine like that. Can you believe that? That is hot stuff. Anyway, enough extolling its virtue there because it stands alone. It is hot stuff. All right, let me go to here. Let me go here. We'll go right here. Here I am again. And here it is. Oh, they use this for bowling balls. Is it the outer shell or is it the inside weight? Because that would give the idea of this swirl that's in there. That is too cool. All right, Joe. We're going to work on a blue one here for you. That thing is just wild. Diamond paint away. And Joe, yours would be even lighter because this is a 0.62 grip. We take this down to a 0.48 or 0.46, then it'll be really nice. Outer shell. Man, that's too cool. So they must polish the crap out of those things. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow night. Going to go live again. Working my butt off all week to get ahead because I want to make some fountain pens now. Is that great? I can't wait. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.